When you're hurting, you tend not to see the fun side of things.
And you don't know your name?
I don't have a clue.
Oh, dear God!
You said my name was Buzz. This is the granddaddy of all headaches, man. That must have been some fall.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is payback, isn't it?
What?
Oh, that's it. Okay, you know what? I deserve it, you know, because I should have been honest about my feelings from the very beginning.
I'm sure you're making sense, but it's not...
But there was a reason for it. I was just so embarrassed. I mean, the flowers and the candy was just over the top. But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't make me feel any worse.
You feel bad? I'm the one that took the fall.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That wasn't my fault. I would never, ever do anything to hurt you.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
If this is a joke, it's just not funny.
Damn it! I don't even know if I have a sense of humor. Oh!
Listen to me. You keep this up, and I'm going to bonk you on the other side of the head, and you're going to have one just enough to match that one.
Can you believe it? The dummy corporation in the Caymans that's been buying up all the Lewis Oil stock is being headed up by none other than Annie Dutton.
Are you sure?
Call him yourself if you don't believe me.
Annie Dutton.
There's no way she could have come up with all that kind of money by herself. Alan's been giving it to her. You know that, don't you?
Odds are you're right.
There are no odds, Billy. He's given her the cash. They probably bought up all that stock when Lewis Oil prices were down, and now Annie thinks she can waltz into a stockbroker's meeting and start playing an even bigger game.
Look, this is important, but I don't want you to lose sight of the big picture.
You don't think this is big?
Well, it's not the worst thing that ever happened.
She tried to ruin me, Billy.
Come on.
She tried to send me off to jail for the rest of my life. She tried to hold on to Josh, and now she's trying to take this company. But you don't think that's a bad thing?
She didn't get you, she didn't get Josh, and she sure as heck isn't going to get this company.
Doctor. Ah, Mr. Lewis, I'm glad you're still here.
She doing all right? Is she going to make it?
We pumped her stomach. She's still in very serious condition, but yes, she'll live.
Well, that's good.
Actually, I should amend what I just said. She should have no problem recovering physically. It's her mental condition that we have to be concerned about.
Yeah.
We're treating this as a suicide attempt. If you know anything.
I don't, actually. I don't know what she was doing or why.
Well, we can only conclude that she tried to take her own life.
Well, as I said, I just found her. I don't know anything else.
And she claims it was a mistake.
Denial is a way of life for her.
When I told her you were the man who brought her in, she brightened considerably. In fact, when I left, she was smiling, asking to see you.
No. I'm sorry, it's very complicated. I don't think that would be a good thing.
Your choice, but she's pretty emotionally fragile at the moment.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll go in for a few minutes, but just to say goodbye. I have a lot to do today. Thank you for everything you've done.
Excuse me, is she asleep?
Josh, I'll leave you two alone.
There's no need for that, really.
Thank you, nurse. I knew it.
You knew what,
I knew that you would come,
Annie?
that you'd be here. I knew deep down you still cared about me. You
Annie,
saved me, Josh. You saved me from a terrible accident, and even if you can't admit it to yourself, you still care. You really do.
You don't know her, Billy.
No, I got a pretty good idea.
You don't know what she's capable of.
Look, I'm a good judge of character. Now, Just remember some of the things that HB taught me and Josh.
HB never had to deal with anyone as devious as Annie Dutton.
He said you keep your enemies close, and then you'll know what the next move is.
Really? Well, it's not going to be that easy.
Hey, we've already got it right here, right now. They can't touch us.
You know what? You are fooling yourself. There's never a sure thing when it comes to Annie and Alan. I've gone too many rounds with them. But you know something? Maybe you're right. Maybe I haven't been looking at the big picture. Maybe I should have been focusing in on that trip they took to Chicago.
What, you think that was some ploy or ruse or something?
Or a distraction to try to make me think that was about finding my sister, when in reality it was all about trying to make a play for Lewis Oil?
Now, how do you mean that?
I don't know. I don't know what I mean, but I think maybe we should focus on that. I think we should find out where they stayed. We should find out who they met with. And the more I think about it, the more I think that trip is the key to this whole thing.
You're walking down the wrong road, Annie. The only reason I came to Cross Creek today was to put a headstone on my father's grave. Finding you just happened.
No, it was fate.
It was not fate.
No, it was fate that you found me and you brought me here. If you didn't, if you had
Annie,
cared about
please
me,
stop this now. Let me tell you something. When I walked into that room and saw you lying on the floor in the state you were in, I almost turned around and walked out. To let nature and what you had done to yourself take its course.
No.
Now, that may sound cold to you, but what you did to me and Reva and our children was worse than cold. It was evil.
Look, I don't know what the what the doctor said to you or what you think, but I didn't do anything to myself. This was an accident.
Doesn't really make any difference, does it?
No. You're right. I guess it doesn't make a difference. What does matter, though, is you couldn't get yourself to turn away from me, Josh.
Annie, I can't believe you're still spinning this fairy tale.
You can deny it all you want, but deep down...
You know, maybe this is the reason you turned out the way you did. Because you take reality, and in its place you put your old dreams. And that, in turn, becomes other people's nightmares.
No, that's not true. And that's cruel. You helped me.
Annie, I helped you in the same way I would help a drowning dog. Nothing more, nothing less.
You don't mean that.
I mean that completely.
Josh, deep down, you have to still care about me.
You know, Annie, you and reality went separate ways a long time ago. There was a time when I cared about you. But that's over. It's long gone, Annie. Do you understand what I'm saying here? No one cares about you anymore. And you have no one to blame but yourself.
That's not true. There are people who care about me.
Well, you can believe whatever you want to believe. But know this. This is the truth. The only thing you are to me anymore is a memory. That's it. Goodbye.
Josh, you're wrong. There is someone who still cares about me. Who really cared about me. Alan. I know that. I know that for sure.
If Alan Spaulding is the only person you have left in your life, Annie, then you're a whole lot worse off than I thought you were.
Thanks for calling, Josh. How is she?
See for yourself.